Sebastien Dallaire is with the market research company Leger, and he joins us now. So nice to see you, Sebs. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, as always.
So your latest polling finds the federal Liberals and the Conservatives, they're tied in popular support. Now, the Conservatives have lost a lead that was more than 20 points. What does this tell you about the two parties?
I think it tells us less about the performance of the Conservative Party than about the advantage that being the incumbent in a national crisis gives the Liberals right now. So a lot of the success of Pierre Poilievre in the past couple of years was related to the way that he was able to pin a lot of the problems facing Canada on Justin Trudeau. And now that Justin Trudeau is gone, so that foil is also gone. And on top of it, you got a new leader in Mark Carney that comes in with a very strong economic pedigree. And at a moment where Canada is facing economic warfare from its biggest neighbor, frankly, the biggest neighbor you could have. And it's very scary, worrisome moments for Canadians. So it puts Mark Carney in the right place at the right time. Now let's see what he does with it in coming weeks.
Well, Mark Carney unveiled his cabinet today. Do you think cabinets matter going into an election campaign, or do you think that most people will be focused on the leaders?
It's not so much the cabinet itself that matters, because we know for most Canadians, a majority of cabinet ministers are not really that well known, except where they are locally situated. However, where ministers, especially the bigger positions like finance minister, foreign minister, especially in the current situation, they will play a big role during the campaign. And it was smart probably for Mark Carney to pick two Quebecers, two Francophones, to really play those two key roles, because one of the challenges he might have during the campaign, and we saw this during the French debate, during the leadership race, he's not as strong in French as some of his opponents. So having a strong Quebec-based team will probably help him in the province, a province that he needs to carry if he wants to win. And for the rest, having strong ministers with a lot of experience will be helpful. However, it also prevents him from saying that he can be an agent of change, because he will have familiar faces with him.
Canadians don't really know Mark Carney, though. What do you think they'll be looking for?
Is he ready to lead? Is he as good as his pedigree says he is? He's got a really good CV, and that seems to have really struck a chord with Canadians. Does he have what it takes to lead Canada in what will be a tumultuous period coming up? Or are they better off with someone else? And will Pierre Poilievre be able to regain some traction after losing some of it over the past couple of months?
And given the level of support that the Liberals have right now, do you think they should be calling an election sooner than later? And would the length of the campaign matter?
It's probably in their interest to go sooner rather than later, because as we saw, what's happening right now, we're not even in a campaign, and the advertising machines are already on full speed. And the party with the most money is a Conservative Party. So if you're the Liberal Party, you may not want to stay outside of that electoral campaign window, because the Conservatives can spend a lot of money in the meantime. And you don't know whether the context will still be as favorable in a month or two, because maybe Donald Trump will change his mind, maybe tariffs will go away, or some of them. So it may not be as threatening. We'll see how it evolves. But because of all the uncertainty, it's probably better for them to go quickly.
Okay. Thank you very much for this, Sam.
My pleasure.